Hey, what's up, guys? Tukey here, back again with another episode of my Carolina Hurricanes franchise mode series right here on NHL 19. And today the Carolina Hurricanes are back in the playoffs for the first time in far too long. But, of course, we couldn't get here without a little bit of controversy for me being an idiot. As was pointed out in the comments of the last video, technically I broke the rules with the Brandon Dillon trade. We should have gotten rid of Alex Romanoff when we did. So, yeah, that sucks. Now, here's the thing. Romanoff is under contract, and you could argue that, say I would have been able to trade him for a fourth, we'll pretty much get rid of him for nothing and won't benefit from him, from him being on the roster. So, that's how we're going to handle that situation. I'm still going to go with Dillon, but when we get rid of Romanoff, I'm basically not allowed to profit off of it. And in the meantime, we will send him down to the minors for one Phillippe Myers so that I'm not tempted to play him. And of course, Romanoff is not going to be in the playoffs. The Charlotte Checkers aren't on pace to do so. So yeah, that is unfortunate. But it's not a major loss, but I feel like that's the only concession I can make. Say he was worth a third or a fourth, I'll be getting nothing back for him. So we'll handle it that way, and we'll send him to a team that will love him and care for him and actually want him there. So there's that. But yeah, taking a look at the team, this is what we are rolling with currently, of course, due to the injury to Andrei Svechnikov, which I didn't even want to talk about because it is very depressing. Matt Philippe draws into the top six for the hell of it. We'll see how he can do. Very well-rounded player, good skater. We'll see how he works out. Of course, Trevor Zegras, I think, would be the obvious choice to bump up, but we're still going to leave him on that third line for now, just so that we don't mess with the chemistry that he seems to have with Alex Turcotte and Pekka Matanen. So we'll see how that goes. Zegras does still have power play time at the very least, as we try to keep that power play running. Still don't know, though, if I want it to be set up exactly as it is, but I think the big issue is that we have a whole lot of lefties in the lineup, not too many righties. Although one could argue how effective that is in terms of simming, the games and not actually playing them. Of course, the defense also set. Dillon will be with Machine on that third pairing. Bean, Byram, O'Reilly, and Hamilton. And of course, thankfully, knock on wood, Spencer Knight is healthy. Jack Campbell, of course, brought in as the backup just in case, which technically is allowed because we were playing Jimmy Howard over his actual role. So we are set. All that housekeeping is out of the way, but we do need to take a look at what the New York Islanders are shaping up like, because they are the team that stand in our way, as frightening as that is. And despite the fact we have a champions tag, with us missing Svechnikov, I'm afraid at what this team could look like. And this is hello. Oh my God. Hold on. First and foremost, is Barzal hurt? Okay, hold on. We need to know. We need to know, and this is because of fog of war, of course. So let's go ahead and turn off fog of war for the moment, because I want to see what that team's lines look like. I feel like that's only fair. Of course, we haven't had to do this in quite a while. We haven't been in the playoffs. So we'll turn that off for now, and let's take a look. So we know the Svechnikov's returning April 15th. But for Matt Barzal, how injured are you? April 15th. Okay, so two very important dates for each franchise. Let's take a look, though, with Matt Barzal out of the lineup, what the New York Islanders are shaping up like at this point in time. This is the team. Obviously, that top line is still absolutely disgusting. Alexis Lafreniere, who was taken #1 overall in 2020. He's a 92. Fresh off of a back-to-back 80-point seasons, 88 and then 89 this year. He hit 30 goals for the first time. The center right now filling in is Boone Jenner, which if he can manage to score shorties like he did on the Bruins this postseason, damn, he put up 56 points and had 20 goals. And then Oliver Wahlstrom decided to develop into an absolute monster. Don't know if that'll happen in real life, but my God, oh my God. 98 points and 52 goals. He has 104 goals in the past 2 seasons. Yikes. Are you a playoff performer? You weren't the last time you were in the playoffs, so I guess we got that that to look forward to. We got that going for us. We go to the second line, Alex Newhook, who was taken 17th in 2019. How did he do this season? 62 points in his sophomore venture, 38 goals. Centered by 27-year-old Eric Cornell, a 26-point season for him. Former second-round pick of the Sabres. And then some guy named Patrick Kane. Don't know if you've heard of him. Don't really remember. I think I remember pointing out that he was traded, but I don't remember what for. God damn. How I wish it tracked that. But yeah, Patrick Kane's an Islander. Had a 78-point season. Good Lord. 2 years left at $6.6 million. Okay, it's just, they have good center depth, but no elite centers right now is what I'll point out. Anthony Beauvillier, 84 overall, 38-point seasons over the last 2 years, so nothing amazing, but still not bad. Pretty good, all things considered. Maxim Letunov, the 28-year-old, 27 points this year, former second-round pick of the Blues. And Kiefer Bellows on that third line, made it up to an 85 overall, 32 points this season. He's played for the past 4 years. We go to the fourth line. Arthur Kaliev is there. First-round pick in 2019, 23rd overall. Only played 15 games this year, but had 5 points, so he must be the one replacing Barzal. Wes Morrow, first-round pick in 2020, 14th overall, up to an 82 overall. A 30-point season for him. And Josh Bailey rounds out this team. 35 points for the veteran, down from 58 the prior year. Final year of his deal at $5 million per. So, I mean, obviously that offense is interesting. That's what we'll go with. It's interesting. And defensively, oh boy, Jared Spurgeon, Don Cherry's favorite player, now at 34 years old. 28 points for him this year in 69 games, a nice total. John Klingberg. Again, this was not a fantasy draft series. Klingberg's also an Islander, 49 points this year. We go to the second line, Chad Chris, who's a Blackhawks prospect, IRL, had a 53-point season. Good Lord. He must have, do you think he came over with the in the St. Patrick Kane deal? And in which case, who's missing that they would have had, value-wise to pull that off? The hell, not to mention they have Lafreniere. Ryan Pulock is also on that second pairing. The Pulock. 36 points for him in 75 games. Third pairing, Marcus Nudivara. Couple of Blue Jackets. 15 points this year with Bodie Wild, an actual Islanders prospect. 19 points. So the big question here, who is the goaltender? It is Alexander Georgiev. Also, Linus Soderstrom is there. So, not paying too much money to their goaltenders. But Georgiev this year, a .918 in 75 appearances. 46 wins, though. Linus Soderstrom, not as great. An .880 in 13 games. So Georgiev is definitely their guy. Matt Barzal hurt, of course. Letty and Noah Dobson, the healthy scratches. Barzal, 73 points in 81 games. So he was hurt relatively recently. Which, of course, definitely means that Kaliev was the guy in to replace him, but they have had some injury trouble this season. Svechnikov and Barzal being out, that kind of offset one another. It kind of offsets one another. However, I just don't know. I have some faith in this team. Again, we're looking good, especially, down the road, heading into the future. I really like where we are right now. But is this our year? I don't know. I simply don't know. But damn it, we're about to find out. 52-win Hurricanes, yet we don't have home ice advantage due to the joys of overtime losses. Let's go. Game 1 against the Islanders, back in the playoffs. Can we make the most of it? Of course, the Hurricanes swept the Islanders IRL this year. I'm hoping we can do the same. First period, it's going to be that type of series, isn't it? Braden Shen gets the opening goal. The veteran, Jared Spurgeon, ties it. Teuvo Teravainen and Whitfield score to make it 3-1, but Kiefer Bellows, with 20 seconds left, gets a goal back by Sparta kicking Spencer Knight through the goal, from the looks of it, at least where he scored from. A decent start. 3-2. At the very least, a somewhat exciting start. Second period, it's going to be that type of series. Klingberg ties it. Kaliev gives the Islanders the lead, but we battle back. Trevor Zegras and then Nathan MacKinnon with 1:05 remaining in the period. We are up 5-4 after 40 minutes, 29 shots to 21. Goaltending? Never heard of it. Third period, let's watch there be no goals as we go to overtime. That's my prediction. Power play for the Islanders. That is killed off as we approach the halfway mark of the period. Will there be another goal? Power play chance again for the Islanders is also killed off. Under 5 minutes remaining. Can Spencer Knight shut the door? Good Lord, he can. 9 goals through 40 minutes, but scoreless in the third. 5-4 is your final. The Hurricanes have won a playoff game for the first time in God knows how long. We have a 1-0 series lead on the Islanders after taking game 1 on the road. Whitfield and Teravainen 3 points each. Nathan MacKinnon with a 2-point effort. And that is a decent way to start a series. We will not talk about Spencer Knight's save percentage. It's irrelevant. He won, damn it. That's all that matters as Dylan Peterson is back for the Checkers, who again, we know will not be playoff bound. He is a potential call-up, though, if we run into trouble. And again, he's someone who will definitely make this team next year when Zegras replaces Braden Shen in the top 6. For now, though, we focus on the task at hand. That is game 2 here in the worst arena in the NHL because it's not a hockey arena. Second game of this series. And again, I was just thinking too, it's always pointed out, Scotiabank Arena is also a basketball arena. Yet it works out pretty well for hockey. At least Leafs fans would say so when they're allowed to actually go, when the tickets aren't horribly overpriced and it's just a bunch of businesses and suits sitting in those seats. That's right, Leafs fans. I understand the struggles that you've undergone. First period of game 2. Oh my God. Goaltending. What even do? Dominic Machine gets the opening goal just under 2 minutes into the period. Alex Newhook ties it. Whitfield scores. Ryan Pulock ties it. And with Pulock, by the way, kicking Spencer Knight through the goal with 1 second remaining in the first period. Nino Niederreiter gets the goal that gives us the 3-2 lead after 20 minutes for the second game in a row. 12 shots to 10 in this high-scoring affair. Machine, Whitfield, and Niederreiter, Newhook, and Pulock, the Pulock. We go to the second period where the offense continues. Hunter Shinkaruk has a playoff goal. Yes. But Ryan Pulock scores again with 50 seconds left. 24 shots to 18 in favor of the Islanders, but we are up 4-3. Third period, no chance in hell it's scoreless again, is there? I can only hope. Power play for the Islanders is killed off. We have one of our own, an extended power play at that, and Dougie Hamilton gets the insurance goal. Another power play, and just like that, Trevor Zegras strikes. 6-3. 2 goals in 1 minute and 15 seconds. And that should do it. Late power play for the Islanders is killed off. The Carolina Hurricanes take both games on the road to start this series. 6-3 final in game 2. Hamilton and Zegras in the third period to ice it. What an effort to start. Ryan Pulock, the first star of the game with 2 goals. Braden Shen, though, the hat trick of assists. Disrespectful, really, to the players of the Hurricanes. The hell, man. Nathan MacKinnon and Jake Bean each had 2 points. The disrespect. It's unbelievable. But what are you going to do? I'm not complaining. I am actually literally right now physically complaining. Doesn't matter. Oh, we are winning where it counts. Not on the 3-star sheet, but on the scoreboard. 11-7 in goal scoring thus far in our favor through 2 games. We have one of the 2-0 series leads. Ottawa also up on Florida. Interesting that you have the same splits. 2-0 series and 2-1-1 series in each conference as Brent Lernout gets hurt for Charlotte, just waiting for their season to end. Thankfully, though, it looks like our season might not end at least in 4 games, which is when I thought it was going to end. I thought we were going to get swept away because that would have been our luck. That cannot happen. We're up 2-0. Can we make it 3? Let's find out. Home sweet home, PNC Arena. Can we take advantage of home ice, or will this series go down like so many others do, with the home team getting obliterated until they decide not to get obliterated anymore? First period. Hey, that's not too bad. Alex Turcotte and Pekka Matanen in the third line chipping in. 17 shots to 10. 2-0 on the board, scoring drastically down in that first period compared to the opening 2 games back in New York. Second period. Good God! The third line has had enough of your nonsense, sir. That is outrageous. Alex Turcotte with the hat trick. 2 goals from Pekka Matanen. 32 shots to 22. 5-0 on the board as we go to the third period. What the hell has gotten into the third line? John Klingberg gets a goal 41 seconds into the period as we waste a power play. We have another chance here, though. Nothing doing there either. 5-1, make it 6. Theo scores on Soderstrom, and the Hurricanes are just out of control. 2 goals in 17 seconds. Philippe and Zegras. The New York Islanders, just no goaltending whatsoever, and they're paying for it. 8-1 is your final score. 49 shots to 31, and a 3-0 series lead in the books. A 4-point night for Turcotte, a 5-point night for Trevor Zegras, and a 3-point night for Matanen. I am very proud to see the third line that I kept together leading the way there in Game 3. What an effort, what a performance, and we are 1 win away from the second round. Trevor Zegras is going to be something special. Jake Bean with 4 points as well, completely overshadowed by some of the offense there. Matanen and Turcotte were both +6, which is outrageous. Riley with a 2-point night as well. You didn't have that many people, all things considered, that went pointless in this game. And again, credit to Spencer Knight, 30 of 31. A tremendous performance from our young goaltender. And we are 1 win away from punching our ticket to the second round, where we would be... Oh, this series just changed, though. The dynamic has changed big time. We are 1 win away from taking on either the Penguins or Devils. That series is now tied. And again, this series, it's changed a little bit because Matt Barzal and Andrei Svechnikov are back. Now, Matt Philippe has been solid, but it hasn't been anything too crazy. That top line is clicking, and I'm kind of afraid to break it up. However, I have to. It's either Whitfield or Teravainen that gets dropped. We have no choice, so it is going to be Teravainen who gets dropped. Philippe will be out of the lineup, and we're going to be rolling with Andrei Svechnikov back on that top line. Will that change things up in a negative way for us, or will it just lead to this team going, playing absolutely out of its mind? I think that's equally as likely. So the top 6 is there. I want Turcotte and Zegras on the power play. No doubt about it. At the very least, I think Zegras is going to get in. As much as I want Turcotte there, Zegras deserves it. And then obviously Hamilton and Riley. And Jake Bean as well certainly deserves it. He's been playing very well for us. So, I think that's fine. I do want Svechnikov in position to shoot the puck. Whitfield can play center. So let's have McKinnon, Whitfield, Svechnikov. And who has a better shot between these two? Let's go with Jake Bean on the right because he has a cannon. And it's only one righty on this team, but we'll have it be Niederreiter and Zegras in shooting position. Braden Shen taking the face-offs. That looks great to me. Spencer Knight only a 9-16. First 2 games were a little bit rough, but he really shut things down in Game 3. So Svechnikov and Barzal make their debut in this series, but will it alter the way the games have played out? We are again 1 win away. Boone Jenner took the opening draw against McKinnon. Whether or not that means he's still on the top line, we shall see. First period of Game 4 is scoreless. The very first time the first period has been scoreless for both sides. Shots were just about even. We go to the second, and there we go. Goal apiece. Nino Niederreiter and Chad Chris. 25 shots to 21 in our favor, but we are tied at 1 on the board in the lowest scoring game we have seen thus far. We'll find out what happens here in the third period. Either we are going back to Brooklyn or this series is over. It's just a matter of who gets that next goal, and it's going to be Patrick Kane on the power play. Pressure on the Canes. Is there a goal here to tie it, or does Game 5 await? It's looking likely. 3 minutes left, and the New York Islanders have forced Game 5. 37 save effort in that one. The goaltending does finally show up. Georgiev gets the job done. Spencer Knight had a pretty good game as well, but it's the veteran Patrick Kane scoring the game-winning goal that extends this series. And if Matt Barzal wasn't back for Game 4, he will certainly be back for Game 5 as the AHL regular season finally comes to a close. So, of course, our attention will be based solely on this series. Pittsburgh is up 3-2 against the Devils. That is who would await us if we were able to close out this series right here and right now. Our second opportunity to do so. It's Game 5 back in New York. Matt Barzal is in the lineup, 100% confirmed. Let's see how it goes down. First period, and the Islanders have the lead. Boone Jenner. Georgiev is on one hell of a run right now. Just one goal in the last 4 periods of play. Jenner's early goal has us in trouble despite the shots being just about even. Second period, and it's a whole new ball game. John Klingberg makes it 2-0, but Niederreiter and Whitfield strike, less than 30 seconds apart. And this game is tied. The Islanders with the advantage, 30 shots to 17. All 3 goals scored from really terrible spots. This is anybody's game to win. Will there be a Game 6? Or does the buck stop here for the Islanders? Let's find out. His next goal, of course, so important. Power play! Nino Niederreiter. Nino makes it 3-2. Extended power play here. Can we score? Oh my God, we cannot. But it at least kills some valuable time. Whitfield makes it 2. And that should do it. Indeed it will. The Carolina Hurricanes, the gentleman's sweep. We beat the Islanders in 5. Nino Niederreiter with a big-time performance. 36 shots to 35, but 4-2 final on the board. A 3.2-goal night for Nino. Whitfield with the other 2 goals. And Spencer Knight, a 33-save effort. The Hurricanes back in the playoffs and moving on. And look at that. Who would have guessed? Jake Bean leading the way in terms of points through that first round. Again, it was down to him or Justin Falk. We elected to keep Jake Bean, and that may have been, I think that's been proven to have been the right move. And I certainly wasn't, sure of myself at the time. But all in all, pretty damn well done. 24 goals scored in 5 games. Simply outrageous. 12 against. In terms of the power play, absolutely cooking. 7 goals on 19 attempts. Good for 36% right now. Tampa getting absolutely jobbed. If Greg Berube is their coach, rest assured Craig will complain. But all in all, very well done. We end up with a 73% penalty kill, 4 goals allowed on 15 shots. Maybe something to keep an eye out on. But 2 shorthanded goals, one of just 2 teams to score a shorthanded goal alongside the St. Louis Blues. A great start to the postseason for the Hurricanes. No doubt about it. And again, what a start. We'll look at the forwards first, though. Trevor Zegras leading the way. Absolutely phenomenal. 8 points in 5 games. Like I said, he is going to more than likely replace Braden Shen in the top 6 next year. What a way to go. We lose a very crucial player, a very crucial prospect moving forward, but the fact that we have someone like Zegras who we can move into the top 6 is absolutely huge for us. Whitfield as well. Jamie Whitfield, now 23 years old, of course, but 7 points, 4 goals for our first ever draft pick. Looking great alongside Nathan McKinnon, who also had 7 points, just the 1 goal. Niederreiter, 6 points, 4 goals. Amazing. Matanen, Teravainen, and Shen, all with 5. Turcotte, 3 goals in 5 games. Theo on the 4th line with 2 points. Philippe with 1 point. Hunter Shinkaruk with the goal. The 4th line got roughed up a little bit in terms of plus-minus. Certainly worth keeping an eye out on, but no changes we can make. Of course, we're locked in with this team. And then Svechnikov struggled to get going, but as we always say, we're still here. We're still moving on to the second round. And if Svechnikov gets going, look out. We're that much more dangerous. Defensively, Jake Bean, absolutely phenomenal. Riley with 4 points as well. Hamilton with 2. Machine and Byram with 1. And you know what, Dylan? In fairness, nothing really interesting to talk about. That's exactly how I want you to play. Because if I'm talking about Brendan Dillon, it's because he's either doing really well or really poorly. That is a perfect stat line for you, Brendan. I gotta be honest. 17 minutes a night, you hit, you block shots. The giveaways are a bit concerning given the minutes, but you know what, damn it? That's what we got you for. Shut it down, and you're doing well. Goaltending-wise, Spencer Knight, .925 save percentage. You need that to go up just a little bit. But all in all, he gets the job done in his first ever postseason appearance at age 22. Of course, our goalie for the future. We knew he was going to be the one to ultimately take over for Nedeljkovic. Of course, then it turned out, it's Brossois, then Nedeljkovic. It was a weird chain of succession, but ultimately, Spencer Knight, this is his team. He gets the job done in his first ever postseason appearance, and now we await the winner. Either Pittsburgh or New Jersey. Let's find out if the Pens can close it out in Game 6. Can they? Here we go. It's going to be right here, right now. Game 6 of the Penguins. Moving on. Will we be taking on Crosby and the Pens? Yes, we will. The Sens await the winner of Tampa and Philadelphia in Game 7. You have the Ducks awaiting the winner of Vegas and Edmonton. Game 7 for Minnesota and Nashville. And St. Louis has a chance to close out Winnipeg. Where have I heard that before? And they do just that. So let's see how this is shaping up. Philly will play Ottawa. We will play Pittsburgh. Anaheim will play the winner of Vegas and Edmonton in Game 7. And Nashville will play St. Louis. Who's moving on between Vegas and Edmonton? The answer is Edmonton. So there you go. We have home ice in the next round as we take on the Pittsburgh Penguins. It will be Ottawa and Philadelphia and the other Eastern Conference matchup, and over in the West, St. Louis, Nashville, Dallas, and Edmonton. A successful return thus far to the playoffs for your Hurricanes. Just whether or not we can keep up this much momentum and keep up this high a level of play, that remains to be seen. I thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to drop a like on the video if you have not already to help out the channel, because my God, is that all YouTube cares about as of late. But, at the very least, just appreciative that, again, for some reason, people decide to still watch what I do, which is great. It's fun for me. Stressful at times. Very stressful. Like on Twitch last night when I had a 112-win team in baseball and we got swept in the first round. And it's haunting me. But this cheered me up quite a bit, rest assured. Check out everything in the description if you haven't already. The whole merch association with Teespring and everything, that should be popping up on the YouTube page itself, hopefully. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. More Professional 24 here. I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, More Professional. My last playoff series, I think in Finland, I went on a rant about Stegosaurus. Stegosauri. Stegosauruses? I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you all. Goodbye.